I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going.
That's a great look at our locations. Now it's ended out. To talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. So the next starting five. Harris is out there with Thomas. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the 1. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. To the middle. Thomas passes to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Chiozza. Thomas kicks to Harris. Pass to Chiozza. Just 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. The pass to Thomas. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris. And just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Chiozza. Rubio with the rebound. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. It's a 3-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what, Greg? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Now, here's Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. In transition, here come the Nets. Chiozza, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Harris. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
The Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Pass to Ayton. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Some solid defense from Johnson.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a 3rd option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch. Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
Suns leading by 4. Pass to Bridges. Rubio outside. Connects from 3-point range.
That's tell you, this offense looks completely different and so much better spacing when Rubio can be a legitimate threat from range.
Allen's shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's the three. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Baines passes to Carter. Here's Kaminsky. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Jerome. Karuch grabs the board. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
Here's Jerome. Here's Saric. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Luwawu, the pass to Karuch. Here's Allen. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Just getting more and more comfortable. You can see Jared Allen gaining confidence in that jumper. Go ahead, young sir.
Here's Jerome, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Back to Johnson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
What you like about that possession right there, tremendous teamwork. Johnson provides the finishing touch off the rise and fire.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Picked his pocket. And they're pushing it up. Here's Temple. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Suns leading by 9. Here's Jerome. He kicks to Kaminsky to the inside. Takes it from 10. And that one goes long. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Crawford. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The basket's coming. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point. Here's Karuch after the Suns pick up 2. Johnson finds Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Cuts off the pass. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Phoenix with the ball after the three-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Here's Jerome. Baines, great positioning on the putback.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Karuch, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Baines passes to Jerome. Good on the three-point shot. Jerome's got 5.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Allen.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Šorić. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. He gets that one. Baines has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Šorić passes to Jerome. Lets it go with the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
A 3-point gunner in college, and Tyler Johnson displaying some of that capacity right here.
Got that one up quick. 9 points in the game so far.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Good. And the Suns lead by 7. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his 3-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, 2-way big men in today's game.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
For 3, Booker buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse, smart enough to know when it's better to pull up. Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Thomas checked in for Luawu. Here's Chiozza. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. And stolen by Ayton. Down low, here's Rubio. Lays it up off the glass. Rubio's got 8 points.
Well, that's the way it works. Good call, good finish inside by Rubio.
It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Ayton in the high post. Kicks it to Bridges. The pass to Rubio. From deep. But they recover it. There's the 3. And the Suns get it back. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Hits the 3-point bomb. Booker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
To stop the run, out to Harris. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Right side Thomas, and taken away by Johnson. And here they come. That's good from Booker on the assist by Ayton. Ayton's got 3 assists in the game. Inside, Thomas dishes to Allen. Here's Chiozza.
A smart defender. Booker can anticipate and uses good.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He's been a major threat from 3-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. But kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jared Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the one spot. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Allen against Ayton. Harris outside. Takes a three. That one no good. Good D by Rubio.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league. Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harris has got the first field goal of the second half for Brooklyn. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Allen. A rebound by Johnson. Suns leading by 14. Bridges passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
To the paint. Here's Rubio. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
LeVert finds Harris. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Nets trail by 14. It's LeVert on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harris dishes to Allen. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The drive by Booker, and that one good. Booker's got 13.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Passes to Allen. Takes it from 10, and he drops that one in. 12 points for him.
One of Jared Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Sharch is checked in for Phoenix. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break from deep. Johnson, the shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Johnson, the pass to Karuch. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. For 3, Bridges. A rebound by the Nets. Pass to Karuch. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Karuch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Johnson finds LeVert. Here's Karuch, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Here's Johnson. Down low. Here's Karuch. Baines with the block, and he recovers it. And so it's the Phoenix Suns riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Saric, Booker out there with Carter. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Baines in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. The drive by Booker. Makes it off the glass. And the Suns lead by 18.
Well, the sneaky first step of Booker. Not a speedster by any means, but still a handful on that drive.
That one drops for him.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. 6 on the shot clock. Carter against Johnson. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Over to the left wing. Temple can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 16. Here's Saric. Cans it from downtown.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. To the inside, Baines. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got 4 rebounds in this game. Temple gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Booker. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
You must respect the in-between game of Devin Booker. So good in the mid-range.
Here's Luwawu. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Luwawu's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Booker from the arc. Offensive rebound, Baines, and he dunks it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And there's the pass to Thomas. Here's Luwawu. Passes it to Crawford. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Well, it's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness
as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carter on the wing. From about 19 feet, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Saric. Good ball movement here by the Suns. For three, Booker. Second chance shot. Thomas with the steal. Here's Luwawu. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, once he gets his confidence, he just scores in bunches.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
charge in my alley, charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need an edit, yeah, I see face and get it, hold up, ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing, now you say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems, I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often, no look, I had to boss up, get the close up when it's over.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. And with tip-off coming up.
Well, if you ask her...
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Towns. Beasley is out there with Russell. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. Russell, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn.
Well, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. LeVert the pass to Chioza. Back to LeVert. Releases. That's good on the jump shot. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Offensive rebound. Towns. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 3 on the clock, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this one.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Now here's Beasley, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Shoots the 3. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
It's picked off. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell with a wide open look. The rebound by the Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Harris outside. And the pass to Allen. Back to Harris. Nets passing it around. And the Nets miss again. Timberwolves leading by 4. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Thomas, here we go. Allen's shot is off.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After after stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 10-2 run here to the middle, and then Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Temple. Lets the three fly. Luwawu's shot is off.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Fires the three. The rebound by Johnson. Minnesota leading by 10. To the wing on the left. Pass to Layman from past the arc. A rebound by the Nets. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time.
And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Johnson is out there with Layman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Noel, guarded by Crawford. Noel. They get the rebound. Here's Layman. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. With the tip, it's good on the putback.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Culver. Pass to Layman. Here's Reed. Back to Layman. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Johnson.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Goes up again. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
LeVert the pass to Caruch. Crawford outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen comes in for Rodions Kurucs, and Joe Harris is subbed in for LeVert.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Here's Towns. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Crawford passes to Allen. Shoots over Towns. Allen's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Thomas with the steal. On the wing, Harris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. You were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going, and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Allen in the post, defended by Towns. Now the pass to Crawford. Clock at 6. Kicks to Allen. Shoots over Towns. That one off the back iron and out.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Hernan Gomez against Thomas. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
Nets trail by 18. Allen outside, passes it to Llewellyn. Wound up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, Allen always a threat, especially when you give him room to run. He's capable of banging it home.
Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. That's now 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Towns with the steal. And so a pretty lopsided. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to it's Minnesota out in front at the half. They are in control of this game, up by 18. That's all for now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 18. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Jared Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard. 5 on the clock. Thomas trying to break loose. Chiozza's shot is good. Chiozza's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Brooklyn. Hernan Gomez passes to Okogie. Basket counts. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
I mean, that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. Well, that's a great get for them.
Harris passes to Allen. Back to Harris. Inside. Allen's shot is off. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the Nets making a change here. Kuruc is checked in. He dishes it to Thomas. There's the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Culver. And again, it's Minnesota.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Kuruc passes to Chioza. Nets with the new shot clock. That shot is off. Here's Beasley. And again, it's Minnesota.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Nets trail by 21. LeVert kicks to Allen. Shoots over Towns. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, we've talked about LeVert's vertical before, guys, and they're using it to be a force on the glass.
The Nets making a switch here. Timberwolves leading by 19.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
To the middle, here's Kuruc. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
To the paint, here's Reed. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooting.
Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Luwawu's got himself on the board with 3 there. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Culver passes to Johnson for 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
That one goes in. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Culver with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Allen. That shot missing.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Russell comes in for Culver. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got his first points of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Johnson, the pass to Luwawu. He kicks it to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson dishes to Temple. And the Nets miss again. Here's Layman. Stolen by Allen. Here's Luwawu. Oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And how about the use of that final possession? Perfect.
It's real simple. When you get that close, didn't want to risk a bad bounce, just punch it home.
And so it's Minnesota. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the three. Nets trail by 13. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Down low, picked off in midair. Here's Luwawu. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Beasley hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Thomas kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. That one a little long. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Harris with it. He's picked up by Russell. Harris dishes to Temple and stolen by Russell. Johnson against Hernan Gomez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
The three. But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Three-pointer, LeVert. And again, it's the Nets missing. Timberwolves leading by 19. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Tremendous combination of power and finesse there. I mean, once Towns gets to the rim, it's a wrap.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Allen for 3. A second chance effort. LeVert kicks to Thomas. Pass to Harris. Fires for 3. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. The high post shot. It's hauled in by Thomas. Nets trail by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Timberwolves.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kendall.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And in this season series, it's become an emphatic 3-game sweep. So they have to feel pretty good about how dominant they've been in this matchup against Brooklyn.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
It's Beasley on the wing. Fires the three. The rebound by the Nets. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thomas goes in. Here's Chiota. It's rebounded by Towns. Hernan Gomez finds Towns. There's the triple. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Johnson outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Six seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd.
RPM tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this payday. A momentous decision, DA. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So the next starting 5. They've got Karis LeVert. Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Harris. And it's Chiozza in the point. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And it's Adams on the follow.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. This one for 3. And the Nets another 3. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that is one of Steven Adams' specialties. If you fail to put a body on him, he'll put you in the rim.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he converts the layup. Adams has got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Dort. Guarded by Harris. He gets it in there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to LeVert. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Chiozza. And taken away by Paul. Here's Dort. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harris, good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Oklahoma City.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Gallinari against Allen. Tries it from 19. And it's Chiozza with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's LeVert missing. Now the Thunder with it. They've gone in a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Here's Thomas. Gallinari making his last shot. It's LeVert on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Here's Schroeder after the basket by Brooklyn. Adams down low. He's got 6, misses in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Johnson. It's a 5-point game. Temple can't get it to go. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Luwawu, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the night.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass, that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Garrett Temple is out there with Tyler Johnson. And it's Crawford, and it's Luwawu in at the 4 slot. Muscala finds Noel. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Crawford passes to Luwawu. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Oklahoma City leading by 11.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Here's Diallo, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And you know, for the Thunder, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Ferguson chipped back in for 2. Ferguson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And stormed by Robertson. Ferguson, the pass to Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. Her passes to Muscala. He kicks to Noel. Passes it to Ferguson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Robertson, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Allen outside. Harris inside. Defended by Robertson. Chalk up 2 there. Thomas got his first basket of the night. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Paul dishes to Adams. Back to Paul. There's the pass to Gallinari. Feeds to Adams. Stolen by Thomas. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's tipped.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
Diallo, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And the Nets making a change here as well. Crawford's checked in. Free throw, good. Allen. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Paul. Pass to Gallinari. Over Thomas. They get it back. Here's Adams, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
And he's good on the second. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each, and Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
That's when Chris Paul kicks in that extra gear, 4th to 5th, and I love how he slips past the D on the drive.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And he makes that one. Chioza's got his second basket.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
All up top. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Gallinari. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. The Nets second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. And the Thunder making a change here. Muscala's checked in. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Passes to Schroeder. Four on the clock. The pass to Ferguson. The Thunder with another miss. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Temple, how last month turned out for him. Putting up about 10 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Allen.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Dort. Johnson against Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. Here's Noel. Pass to Dort. He's looking for Muscala and finds him.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. No good with the triple. The Nets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Passes it to Luau. Here's Karuch. He's covered by Muscala. And here's Johnson outside, kept alive.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dort passes to Ferguson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Thunder lead by 2 to the inside. Here's Karuch, and it's good. 2 points.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ferguson. Kicks to Schroeder from deep three-point range. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
From downtown, it's tipped. They retain possession. A putback, great positioning on the putback. Muscala's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And we wrap up the third. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Harris. Lance Thomas out there with Jared Allen. And it's Crawford, and it's Chiozza in at the point guard position. The feed to Gallinari. Adams trying to free himself up. That's good from Gallinari on the assist from Robertson.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Harris passes to Thomas. Here's Chiozza. Nets passing it around. Harris outside. Kicks it out to Crawford. Lets it go from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Robertson the pass to Adams. Now here's Diallo. The dish to Paul. Fires top of the key. That one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Harris kicks to Allen. Down low. And taken away by Paul. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now the pass to Allen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. And here's Diallo. Gallinari left side. Over Thomas. The 17-footer goes down. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Paul with the steal. It's tipped. It's stolen by Allen. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. LeVert finds Thomas. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the left side wing. Here's Diallo. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Out to Harris to take the lead. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Nets lead by 1.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Ball looking over the floor. Pass to Dort. Gallinari outside. Pocket 2. Puts up a 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. Finished off the break. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
A beautiful finish there. Lance Thomas, unselfish, and understands his role on that play.
Here's Dort, guarded by Harris. Gallinari outside. Keeps it alive, and it's Adams on the follow. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
Pass to Harris. Three-pointer, LeVert. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. But they'll get another chance.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Here's Dort. The Thunder keep it going. A new 14-second clock. And it's Gallinari on the follow.
Incredible shot by Gallo there. He lives for these moments.
Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Adams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Wide open. It's good.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And here's Harris from the arc. Good. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Got to be a little bit more aggressive defending him from that range. He can be dangerous.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Adams outside.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution. So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Paul with the ball. A three ball. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harris is out there with Lance Thomas. And it's Tyler Johnson. And there's Jared Allen. And it's LeVert in at the two-guard. For three, Harris. Here's Allen. Adams, some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Paul. That one goes. Count it. Paul's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Thunder. Harris dishes to Allen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Allen, no good on the free throw. Oklahoma City shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Gallinari passes to Dort. Back to Gallinari. Tries it from 19, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And that's why these fans love their Gallo. His ability to step up and take huge shots is what makes him so valuable.
Allen, and that one good. Allen's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Foul call. He dishes it to Noel. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far.
Noel coming through. Wow.
Nets passing it around. Lobbed up there for Thomas. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Well, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Chioza's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Gallinari outside over Thomas. And it's Gallinari missing.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight. The heart of a Lion and the heart of Tyler Johnson. Remarkable at coming up big when the team needs it.
Thunder have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. It falls!
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
Nets shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Pass to Chioza. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's George. Money!
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Allen. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
That's a 2 from Paul. And it's Chioza with the rebound. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery, Kevin, on time, on target.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't get the 3 to fall. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. 1 second left in overtime. It's stolen by Adams, and so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Brooklyn with the ball. Levert against Schroeder to take the lead, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That free throw, no good. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
And the pass to Diallo, stolen by Levert. Here's Harris. No good off the back of the rim. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Diallo. Muscala. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. And so here is Oklahoma City. And Paul puts up a deep 3. Here's Adams. That one is good again. He sits straight from the floor with the basket.
You wonder at times if the offense should explore Steven Adams a little bit more. He collects 2.
3-pointer. Muscala hits the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
Yeah, such a sweet 3-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Muscala. Back to Paul. And here is Muscala. He's guarded by Thomas. Muscala misses. Nets trail by 4. Levert with the wide open look. Good on the triple.
such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Adams outside. Now here is Muscala. He's guarded by Thomas. Muscala gets the bucket. Paul with the steal. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Diallo, guarded by Harris. Diallo kicks to Paul. Back to Diallo. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Pretty much count on double-digit assists from Chris Paul, one of the best passers in league history.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
On the inbound, Chioza, no good. Paul with the ball. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's sent back by Allen.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 6. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his third foul of the game. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Pass to Gallinari. Second shot opportunity. Here's Dort. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
But they recover it. So we see the Thunder get the win here. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
the activity in front of the book. We are nearly...
Well, guys, since...
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, they've got Jared Allen. Joe Harris is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at point guard. And here's Booker from the arc. LeVert grabs the miss.
Well, think back to Karis LeVert's career at Michigan. It was marred by 3 foot surgeries in just 22 months. And obviously the medical red flags caused his draft stock to dip. But credit the Nets, who picked him up with the 20th pick back in 2016.
Thomas. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. Here's Booker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shot's good.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
And the ankle injury for LeVert last season, more of a freak accident.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about it, he comes down on top of another player. It ends up costing him 3 months. But even through these tough injuries, what we know, Karis LeVert has shown when healthy, he can be special.
Bridges, no one around him. He shoots again. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's encouraging to me that Devin Booker is willing to mix it up on the glass. How about that offensive board? Pretty.
LeVert against Booker. Allen passes to LeVert. Tipped away and stolen by Ayton. And pushing it up is Phoenix. Suns again in transition. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 7 points.
This guy difficult to match up with in transition because Booker can hit from anywhere on the floor.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn turns it over again. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
And here's Booker from the arc, and the three ball is good. 10 points for him.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Count that one.
Well, you like to see Jared Allen play to his strength. Just terrific at cashing in on the interior.
Stolen by Thomas. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
And again, unable to change momentum here. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
LeVert kicks to Thomas. To the middle, Allen. Out of hand on it.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Thomas, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No good from Booker.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harris, good.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
That one doesn't drop. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And stolen by Booker. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And Ayton throws it down. Brooklyn trailing. Passes it to Allen. Upside Thomas. Here's Chioza. He's covered by Ayton. Allen dishes to Thomas. There's the pass to Chioza. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton. The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Sharch comes in for Johnson. 2 on the clock. And the Nets miss again. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Bridges following the bucket by the Nets with the shot. The shot by Sharch, no good. Nets trail by 3. Got a piece of it. LeVert the pass to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
Down low. "18 feet out, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind: James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Luwawu is out there with Caruch. Then it's Johnson, then it's Crawford, and it's Temple in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
So they take the lead. Crawford's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Baines. Nails the baby hook. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Kicks it out to Crawford. Here's Luwawu, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Now Johnson. After the missed 3 from Dario Saric. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Kaminsky's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
It's Crawford on the wing. Here's Luwawu, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Luwawu's got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And it's Carter missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Caruch. Johnson, the pass to Caruch. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Suns third.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Rebounded by Kaminsky. And Rodion Kurucs picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Rubio, the pass to Johnson, kicks it to Booker. From outside the arc, Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Thomas passes to Chiozza. Back to Thomas. Inside. Allen finds Harris. Allen outside. And Allen slams it in.
One of Jared Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
LeVert against Booker. Lets it fly. And again, it's the Suns missing. Nets leading by 4. LeVert the pass to Chiozza. Back to LeVert. Out to Harris. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Bridges with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. The Suns shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That's good from Johnson. So Johnson hits 2 of them. The Nets have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Chiozza passes to Allen. They double him with Ayton. Harris against Bridges. Feeds it to Allen. 13 feet away. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
And here's Booker from the off. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
1 eye on the rim, 1 on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 1.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges, and it's small forward. Allen passes to Harris, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Suns leading.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are 2 of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Ayton. Drops in the breakaway layup. Ayton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is capable of outrunning almost every other big in the league. Nice job in transition.
Chiozza passes to Harris. Here's Chiozza. And here's LeVert. Covered by Rubio. Pass to Chiozza. 5 to shoot. Here's Allen. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bridges for 3. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Allen kicks to LeVert. Back to Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Charge on the follow.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Out left to the wing. Johnson outside. Another shot. Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, Jared Allen, what an effective use of that pump fake. Nicely done.
The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project. But boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. For the three. The offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 9.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
And the basket by Karuch.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Brooklyn. 1:11 left to play here in the third. Nets trail by 9. Karuch passes to Luwawu. Johnson kicks to Crawford. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's the dish to Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Luwawu. Fires from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
And it's in there. And that's now 7 points for Dario Saric.
Well, you can tell Dario Saric's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. 8-point game. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Took him no time at all on that one. Baines has got 5.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Allen's shot is off. Booker looking around. Here's Carter. Again, Phoenix.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And
You love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Karis LeVert. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Chioza in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. To the inside. Allen finds Harris. Back to Allen. Thomas with the ball. Down low. Allen passes to Harris. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Harris against Bridges. Back to Rubio. Lets it go. And no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's Chioza. Covered by Rubio. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Allen's shot is off. Suns leading by 13. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. They get it again.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
The net shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Allen passes to Harris. Back to Allen. Now here's LeVert. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Thomas, that's good.
That in-between game, Lance Thomas can get that shot almost any time he wants.
To the paint. Here's Rubio. Good on the bucket.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
From deep. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Chioza passes to Allen. Right side Thomas. Here's Chioza. He's guarded by Johnson. Dishes it to Allen. And that one drops. Allen's got 19 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And it's Ayton missing. Nets trail by 10. And stolen by Booker. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, just good play recognition and quick hands. That's how Booker picks up his steals.
Harris outside. Here's LeVert. Passes it to Chioza. The Nets working the ball around now. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Harris from the arc. Moves back up. It's deflected. Now here's Rubio. 3-pointer. But he stays with it. Bridges for 3. And the Suns get it back. Here's Ayton. Tries yet again. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
This guy is such an intelligent basketball player who understands how to read defenses and make them react. Go to work, DeAndre Ayton.
Sharich checked in for Johnson. Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. You're breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, and times are changing, dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gav.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Suns.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Devin Booker.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And it's Ayton missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Sharks, that's good.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says it.
improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right.
With the thought of getting a victory on the road, the Timberwolves came into the arena. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beast.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Towns, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for the Nets, we've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Allen. Harris is out there with LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the 1. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. There's Russell with the 3. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Here's LeVert after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Back to Harris. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Boy, LeVert showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
And he gets it back. Kicks it out to Beasley from the arc. They grab their own miss. Towns, the best Hernan Gomez. Towns. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Nets passing it around. Towns against Allen. Inside. Wound up there for Allen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Chioza, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's Thomas. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Kicks it to Allen. Back to Thomas. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, you look at the shot selection, guys, from Allen. Excellent. I mean, does not rush, won't force it, takes what comes naturally within the flow of the offense. That's good basketball.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, do you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
Harris, no good.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's stolen. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Luwawu. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age. It is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
On the wing, Johnson. Caruch passes to Johnson. Here's Allen. Back to Caruch. Here's Temple, and taken away by Johnson. Here's Culver. That shot off the mark, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Johnson from outside, offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Johnson surveying the floor. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Allen passes to Johnson. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Up in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been all-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
on his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Layman is out there with Johnson. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Here's Karuch. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 3 to shoot. Johnson kicks to Allen. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Clark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up. And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Thomas passes to Chioza. Karuch. Culver with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. There's the lob to Town.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. Boy, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Now here's Crawford, following the missed shot by James Johnson. Thomas kicks to Harris. Launches a 3. The rebound by Johnson.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Shoots. Kept alive, Minnesota. And there's the pass to Culver. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Brooklyn trailing. It's Crawford with the drive, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Clark, as one Latvian makes his way out of New York, another Latvian, Kulic, makes his mark with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you know, the second rounder making an impact right out of the gates, ready to be an NBA impact player. He's an efficient scorer, a versatile defender. So far, so good from what I've seen.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets. Harris kicks to LeVert. Here's Here's Temple, covered by Beasley. 6 to shoot. Kuruc passes to Thomas. Back to Kuruc. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Kuruc has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. And Temple kicks to LeVert. Here's Temple, covered by Beasley. Temple, the pass to LeVert. To the middle. Here's Kuruc. And the rejection by Towns.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
LeVert against Russell. LeVert the pass to Kuruc. Down low. To the inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Llewellyn. LeVert inside the line. That shot no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And that's it for the first half. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny? Well, and that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Hicks. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Here's Thomas after the basket by Minnesota. Nobody near Allen. They get it back. A second chance effort. It counts. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 free throws coming up, and they called. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, we've talked about LeVert's vertical before, guys, and they're using it to be a force on the glass.
Here's Okogie. There's Russell with the three. LeVert grabs the miss. Harris looking it over to the paint. Thomas against Towns. Harris outside. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. The score now all even. Chioza's got his first basket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5, and the wing jumper offline.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
That puts them in the lead. 6 points for Jared Allen.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Tips it, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach. Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Now here's Beasley. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Beasley, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The three drills the three-pointer. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
There's the lob to Towns.
And this is Karl Anthony Towns at his very best. When he's got it going like this, he keeps it going.
And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Thomas. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Thomas got 6 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Towns, the pass to Okogie. Back to Towns. Pass to Okogie. Russell with a wide open look. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Beasley for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Beasley's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
8 feet away, and again it's Minnesota converting.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Both good from the line that time. from deep three-point range. Misses the shot. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Layman, Culver out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Reed in at the center. And Temple kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Johnson in the corner. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 6. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Russell missing.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Back to Allen. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Crawford. Reed with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Got a piece of it. And here's the break. Russell from long range. Nailed from three-point land. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. The tray. A rebound by the Nets.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Johnson attacking. Bucket is good. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Throws down the alley-oop slam. Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Crawford, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Passes it to Layman. Here's Culver. Johnson at the elbow. Beyond the arc. And that one misses from Layman. That's trailed by 9. Crawford passes to Luwawu.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Minnesota making a switch here. And so he hits both. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Allen's checked in for Luwawu. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
There's the lob to Towns. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Nets trail by 10. Harris, right side. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Minnesota.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one that...
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Game.
Up next, the Thunder take.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
It's time for the NBA. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Brooklyn. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick. and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, we've got Allen. Lance Thomas out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the 1.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
And it goes down 2 points. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's LeVert. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Gallinari. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Gallinari gathers his rhythm. He simply rises up and nails the interior shot.
Allen. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Allen's got his second basket of the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now here's LeVert. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Shot clock at 2. Chioza, no good.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And it's Adams on the follow.
Well, he gets so few attempts in the post to show off some of his footwork. A good percentage of Adams' offense comes off of putbacks.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 1:51 left in the first. The Thunder with the lead. Paul outside. And Gallinari throws it down.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there. Has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Now, here is Gallinari. He has 6.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
To the paint, here's Thomas. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Right in Thomas's wheelhouse, known for good shot selection. He executes this time on the inside.
There's the double team with Allen. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. LeVert defending. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And it's Harris off the drive. Again, the Nets for 2. Here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. And Dort gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's Allen with the drive. Count it. Allen's got 6.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
There's Gallinari with the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Here's LeVert. The shot goes down, and he gets this game back to even.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Crawford. Karuch is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Johnson, and it's Temple in at the shooting guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Passes to Noel. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shoots from 12. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Schroeder.
He's such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Noel, feeds it to Muscala, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Here's Schroeder, and the layup falls.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Muscala. Temple can't get it to go. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
Here's Temple, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for Temple, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jamal Crawford picks one up. Brent with offensive rebounding. Which players can you count on to create second chance opportunity every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It'll be interesting to see, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Crawford continues to get the job done out there, one of the best sixth men to ever play this game. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Back to Schroeder. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Karuch. He's covered by Noel. Johnson, the pass to Karuch. 5 to shoot. Unloads from 9. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Karuch. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
The power of Steven Adams, able to finish through contact, plus he's rewarded with a trip now to the free throw line.
The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
And they pick up 2.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Harris. Gallinari with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Adams, no hesitation, and right to the rim.
Allen passes to Chioza. Back to Harris. The pass to LeVert. Off the run. And the Nets miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Harris. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams right side, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to. And that should do it with the second.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Steven Adams.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's George in at the 3 spot.
Well, Adams with the make them pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Allen kicks to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Chioza. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Allen. The putback. And another shot. Passes it to Chioza. Back to Thomas. It's good. Thomas got his second bucket.
Well, if you're guarding Thomas, you have to account for that. His jumper is most consistent off the catch.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Nets trail by 3. Here's LeVert. And he uses the glass on the layup. LeVert's got 6 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Ball goes in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Ferguson, the putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Nets. Kuruc passes to Temple. Floats one. Back to Kuruc. Shot clock at 3. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Thunder. They lead by 1. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Diallo finds Schroeder. From 12 feet out, it's deflected, and Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. Here's Temple. Comes up empty down low.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, and the shot goes in from Kuruc.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Oklahoma City trailing. The feed now to Noel. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after a little bit.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
The pass to Robertson. Here's Diallo. Back to Robertson. And here is Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The Thunder with another miss. The Nets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. No good from Luwawu.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Muscala. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Luwawu, the pass to Kuruc. Drops in the layup for 2. Kuruc has got 6 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Schroeder. Muscala. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Muscala's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now here's Schroeder. Here's Diallo. Missed. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Nets out in front, up 2. And fourth. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read?
he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Lance Thomas out there with Harris. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Three-pointer, LeVert. It's rebounded by Paul. LeVert's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. And here is Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. From 13, here's Adams. And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
It goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins.
LeVert from outside. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
Gilgeous-Alexander positioning himself well and knew exactly where to get to in the open space.
Thomas tries again. Allen finds Thomas. Now here's LeVert. Defense right on him. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 1.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Paul outside. They get the rebound. Dort passes to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one at the line is good. Johnson, he's checked in for LeVert. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Passes it to Gallinari. Step back shot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Noel coming through. Wow.
Feeds it to Harris. Back to Allen. Takes it from 10. Connects. The jumper drops. Allen's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Now Noel pass to Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Harris dishes to Thomas. Allen kicks to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
That's a 2 from Paul. Yes!
Yeah, and do you see Chris Paul sweating right now, Kevin? I don't.
Here's Chiosa. And here's Harris from the arc. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the 3. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. This one for 3. Cans the 3.
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Here's Paul. From 12 feet out. Count it!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win sets a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.